from the stands. Pure Coys, everybody raise your hands. Pure Coys, pure Coys, pure Coys.
Yes, welcome to Pure Coys. I'm Ange. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Today's title, Where Do Spurs Go From Here? I've got to be honest, I have no idea. I have no idea. I haven't seen a season like this, I don't think, in my lifetime. Now, don't get me wrong, I've supported Spurs for over 43 years. I think I deserve a like and a sub for that. 43 years is a long time. But I've never seen a season like this. You know, we've been poor before. The mid-90s, we were shocking. Shocking. Quite often finish below mid-table. But we always had something about us. There was always something that kept you coming back for more. Right now, as a Spurs fan, and I'm just talking about myself, guys. I don't know how you guys feel. But personally, I just feel so empty and emotionless about this club in its current situation. 14th in the Premier League, 2 wins from our last 12 league games, 8 defeats. That alone would be enough to sack any manager. And as I've said, on other videos, on other channels, on other live streams, this is not a witch hunt on Ange Postecoglou. I'd love nothing more than to be in the final of a League Cup, the 5th round of the FA Cup, in the top 8, 7 or 8 in the league, and be celebrating what a great job Ange is doing. But let's be honest, injuries aside, it has not been good enough this season. Even with the injuries we have, I'd expect us to be top 8 because our squad is good enough to be top 8. Now, League Cup, listen, it is what it is. We were against the best side in Europe. Liverpool was always going to be a tough game, a tough ass to go to Anfield and not lose. I haven't got a problem with going out in the League Cup semi-final second leg. I've got a problem with the way we played, with the way we just rolled over and had our bellies tickled. No fight, no passion, no leadership, no pride in that badge. You know, when I see that Tottenham Hotspur badge, I feel pride. Or at least I always did feel pride. Right now, I feel empty. I feel empty. And that just isn't on Ange, by the way. That is from the top down. You know, I am done with this chairman who never, ever puts the football club first. He hoodwinked the fans into thinking this brilliant, amazing, beautiful new 60 odd thousand seater stadium was a game changer for Tottenham Hotspur on the pitch and would make us one of the biggest clubs in the world and make us successful. As a fan, I was hoodwinked. I believed it. I believed his lies. I thought this stadium would change us, make us into one of the best sides in Europe. How wrong could I be? How wrong could I be? Game-changing stadium. Absolutely game-changing for Daniel Levy's pockets and for Enix's pockets. But not for the football team. Not for the club that once stood where that new stadium is. I would take White Hart Lane back in a heartbeat. Small ground. What a beautiful stadium that was. Looking back, what a beautiful stadium that was. And yet, sure, maybe it's revisionism. Maybe, you know, it's hindsight. But I would take that stadium back in a heartbeat. But it is what it is. We have what we have now. We have the best stadium in Europe. We have the best training facilities in Europe. We have the most money. We are beyond rich as a football club. But we have one of the worst teams I've seen in my lifetime in 43 years of supporting Spurs. And yes, I was alive when Tottenham went down. I know I don't look it, I look really young. But I was alive when Spurs went down. Can't remember it. I didn't really start supporting Spurs until 81 in the cup final. But this for me is the darkest time as a Spurs fan. And I include the time under Sugar, under Scholar, when Spurs nearly went bankrupt. I include all of those times. I really do. So where do we go from here, guys? For me, the manager needs to be sacked. And as I've said, this isn't a witch hunt on Ange Postecoglou. There are bigger problems. But for me, one of the biggest problems right now is the way we are playing, the fact we're getting knocked out of cups, left, right, and centre, the fact that we are not doing anything in the league. And in fact, up until our last game, we were in a relegation fight. And who knows, if we lose our next couple of games, we could be back in that relegation fight. The manager needs to go. We need to steady the ship. 100%. Daniel Levy, if you've got anything about you, you need to get a new manager in and steady this ship because we are in danger. We are a ship on the rocks and the waves are crashing against us. And there is no way out unless you change the manager. In my opinion, absolutely. There are fans out there who are now coming around to the fact that Ange isn't good enough. But I say, well, what's the point of sacking a manager now? We might as well wait till the summer. We're not going to get any higher in the league. We're not going down. Well, for me, I want to finish as high as possible. So let's get a new manager in. Let's steady the ship. Let's get that new manager back. Let's have the team set up defensively sound because there is no doubt, in my opinion, we have the players that should be challenging in the top six. I'm not saying we're good enough for top four. I think when we're at our best, I think we're good enough for top four. But I think we should be challenging in the top six. The fact we're not is an embarrassment. So let's change your manager now. Let's get that new manager back, even if it's Ryan Mason. Because though Ryan Mason's not the best, I'm telling you now, he will have this team set up defensively better than Ange Postecoglou does. And in my opinion, we have the players going forward to score goals that will get us vital wins. Listen, guys, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Where do Spurs go from here? Do we keep Ange? Do we sack Ange? It's a difficult one because there is no doubt we are doing terribly and the injuries have affected us. I don't think they've affected us as badly as what we're doing now. Let's see what happens going forward. Let's see if Ange keeps his job. Let me know in the comments what you think. Please like and subscribe to the video. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and regardless of anything, stay Spurs.
Pure Coys, singing from the stands. Pure Coys, everybody raise your hands.